And it's Friday after all. It's just not 5 p.m. I don't know that one. Beyond my time. How does it go?
It's Friday and I'm ready to swing. Pick up my girls and hit the party scene tonight. Oh, it's alright.
Keep going. Maybe I'm. What's that?
Let me see you go back,
Back
for
for
the
forward.
fourth.
Yeah, that's what you should have led with. That's what you should have led with. Cause I'm like, okay, I think it's coming. I think I'm almost there. I think I'm catching it. Then you gonna stop. Yeah, I know. But who don't know back forward forward?
Okay.
Everybody know that
I was
one.
about to lose respect for you, but
All right.
okay.
Yes, of course, it's Biggz the boss. And today I am about to get grilled, but the one and only, more to Dela, more to love, more to Dela, more to love. What are the rules? Can I say no thank you pass? Can I do that? So why didn't you give me these questions so I could study before? So it's me versus the world, including you. I thought I thought we were a team. Jay, okay. Pray for me, y'all. Oh ho. So the origins of Biggz Almighty, right? I don't know, some of y'all know this, some of y'all don't. So I, straight from Ghana to the United States, got here when I was 13. And that was the era of the little Bow Wow, the Lil Romeos, all the Lil Wayne, all of that stuff. So, I was Lil Debo. I was Lil Debo then. And so Lil Debo, eighth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade year. Right at the end of eighth grade year, they started a weight training program in school. And again, being the Ghanaian man that I am at 13 years old, because I came here looking like a man. So many people were like, what's your real age? And I'm like, first and foremost, I am 13, 89. Like, what do you want me to do? Anyways, so here I am in the weight room, like getting swole. I was already swole when I got here, but I was getting swoller. So Lil Debo went to Big Debo, ninth grade year, 10th grade year. And right around that time, I started getting into, the conspiracy theories, the real, as I would say, the real woke, because I felt like black people owned woke before white people started taking woke and making it into something negative, typical. Anyways, we're not gonna get there. But the conscious movement, that's what woke used to stand for. Being conscious, being black conscious. So yeah, when I stepped into that, the belief systems, I was, dibbling and dabbling in so many religious spaces. Kicking it with some NOI brothers, kicking it with some, what was it, 5%ers, kicking it with so many people, Hebrew Israelites. And, I was looking for my space in the conscious movement because, you got people who are arguing about religious texts, the existence of Noah's Ark and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got people arguing about the existence of the transatlantic slave trade and everything, if it really happened, if it's all, BS. People are arguing about the world being flat and, or, a globe or whatever. Anyways, I found my space, and my space was in health and wellness. Like, I was like, you know what? Y'all can argue about this. Y'all can argue about that. You can argue. One thing is for sure, we are all eating the wrong effing foods. We need to start eating the right foods, because if you want to keep arguing day in, day out, at least make sure you're putting the right nutrition in your system and you are fueling your body the right way. Anyways, in this space too, I kind of like just had a sense of self-discovery because, I was raised very Christian, apostolic, Catholic, you name it, Africans. You know what I'm saying? We don't play about religion. But I adapted this sense of, this being a temple and God residing within this temple and God operating through us. So hence the big Debo became Biggz Almighty, because if God is omnipotent, omnipresent, he's within all of us. He resides within me as well. And it's up to me to start to tap into the God that resides within me to do his bidding. And I say his because me. If you're a female and you're listening to this, her bidding. You know what I'm saying? Because again, God operates through all of us. And yeah, that's how Biggz Almighty got born, because yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tap into these spiritual aspects of me, and it was a journey. It was a journey. Oh boy, that's a story for another day. But yes, that's how Biggz Almighty came to be born. What is my life goal? Hey, I don't know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell. I can't tell. You never want to. You don't want them to see you coming. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to know your next move. Um, my biggest desire while I'm on this planet, because we are all here for the first time. At least those who don't recall our previous life, if you believe in reincarnation and so on and so forth. This is very much our first time here. But in just the experiences that I've gone through in life as a black man, as an African man, I really feel that we are the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Like, we are treated and respected like worse than scum, you know? And so the biggest thing that I want is black liberation, the black liberation, ultimately black love, black respect, because so many people take from us. And it's like, look at the continent of Africa, so rich and wealthy in resources, and constantly getting pillaged and robbed and raped and all of that good stuff, and nothing to show for it. We're so powerful with all these resources, but we have nothing to choose. My biggest thing would be to just find a way to unite Africa, under just a premise of, like, I don't even want to say survival. Like, nobody wants to be surviving for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? We want to really bask in our prosperity, bask in our wealth, bask in our riches. So it's just so much of what I do aligns with just Africans, both those on the continent and in the diaspora, right? I want to be, just based off of my life experience, I want to be that bridge, with my experiences, with just the things that I know. I want to share this wealth of knowledge with my people, learn from my people, and just build a better tomorrow. Not just for, me, but for my kids and my kids, because, yeah, that's what I would like for this world. That's my ultimate life goal. Yes,
You finished off?
because why not? Because what? Listen, bro, life is too dang on hard. Like, it's funny because yes, I do come across as a party guy, but like, that is just a fraction of what people see, right? That is truly just a fraction of what people see, a fraction of what people even get to experience. And but I do love to party. That's my release, bro. Like, it's like, if you know me, you know I love karaoke. So, like, going to, whether it's a concert or even like a club setting, and an artist is there performing or something like that, it's like real life karaoke, right? But the difference with that versus the karaoke where it's your friends or whatever, it's like, it's less judgment, because the music is loud, everything's loud, you're screaming and shouting on top of your lungs. The lyrics could be wrong, but so long as you got the cadence right, you're good and your energy is good. Like, yes, I love to party. I love to party. But life is so stressful. And those of y'all who live on this side of the world, y'all know. Like, the rat race. We don't really, especially when I go to Ghana, oh my God. Oh my God. I will go out every night if I have to. Because when else am I going to get to do this in America? My friend, you think, I'm not a, how do I say this? As much as I like to party, it's like I party differently. I'm not like a, let's do bottle wars, let's pop out. Ain't nobody got, I'm here like I am, like, I don't know, 70s, 80s party, like, you know what I'm saying? Without the drugs, let's put that out there, right? So it's like, hey, let's go here, let's dance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's be goofy, let's have a good, nice time to socialize. Like, I like to go there, people watch. People busting moves on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there to see, like, if I step in a space and people are holding up the wall, literally, like, trying to be cool. Listen, I'm either going to change the vibe or I'm out of there, because ain't nobody got time for that. I came here to have a good time. Like, I'm out here to have a good time. And any space that I step into, that's what I 110% bring. Ask them. Ask the club owners. Ask the managers. They know. That's why they fuck with me. That's why they rock with me. But yes, I love to party. I'm a party animal. I'm not gonna lie. Guilty. Oh, is this a time and space for that? Oh, you two are wicked though. Are you serious? Oh, oh. Oh. Um. Did you bring tissues? IJ. Yes, of course. I've had my heart broken. Next. Anyway, yes, I've had my heart broken. Honestly, I hate to admit it more than once because I'm a sucker for. I love to love. I love so much. I love loving. I love loving. Let him tell you. They'll tell you. This man, he loves to love. But yes, I've had my heart broken several times since kindergarten, class 5, class 6. Come here. When I came to the States, did I get my heart broken in the States? Probably. But some of the ones kind of some kind of stick out more than others just because they're more like recent. And long story short, yes, I've had my heart broken. I don't want to go too deep into it too many times. It's pinning me just thinking about it. Jeez. Can I get a hot massage? Oh, how did I get into herbs? Oh my God. This time can't be short. So really, well, my grandma, shout outs to my grandma. Growing up, oh my God. Hey, even recently, I just reached if you don't follow me on IG, go follow me on IG. But my grandma, most of us, our grandma, I grew up in the era where bentwa. Do you know what bentwa is? When they mash up the ginger, the pepper, the herbs, and things like that, then they put it in the bentwa. And they put it in your bottles and they squeeze it because you're a bad boy or whatever. You're always getting sick. Me, they used to have to chase me on the compound. When they catch me, one person's holding my arm, one person's holding my legs. We told you not to do. Put it in my bottles. Anyways, that's not why I got into herbs, but that's all part of the journey of my grandma she was that figure of health and wellness. And to this day, how old is grandma? Like 98. Hey, the last time I went to Ghana, this lady was carrying 2 5-gallon buckets full of banku that she's mashed and is ferment. And I was like, give me. She's like, move from. That lady still, at her age, she still bullies me to this day. So she used to do the garden. Because of her, we raised chickens, turkeys, goats, you name it. We used to go and pick up the eggs. But I watched her. She would grow. She would grow the pawpaw from scratch. You know what I'm saying? We'll go there, harvest the leaves, the neem. Just the smell. The neem leaves, the bitter, the nyanina, what's the other one? So I'm gone, Dangbe. So it's Ophobia Babi, they call it Chanca Piedra here. Those are her things. Put them all in the pots. Oh, malaria, where? Cholera, where? What's the other things Ghana was doing? Nowhere. Hey, and it's like, anyways, fast forward, as an adult. I remember coming here and I was in the military and I was like, bro, I was dealing with the worst sicknesses. Like, well, not sicknesses, but just like outside I look good. This is also another way how I even transitioned to veganism. I'm no longer vegan. Just throwing that out there before y'all come after me. We saw you eating chicken the other day. Anyways, I was in the military and I was diagnosed with a lot of, again, it was things that probably was caused out of lifestyle, whatever. I had IBS. I had a lot of stomach issues. And so around that time, I got introduced to Dr. Sebi. And I sat there and I binge watched like 20 episodes in one night. And everything this guy was saying resonated so well with me simply because I lived that life. I saw it in 4K. Like my grandma put us on. My grandma put us on to juicing. Like I used to be attached to her hip. Like used to watch this woman. Like, and We didn't even have juices then. She will pound this thing, get a strainer, sieve it, whatever, put it in bottles, put it in the fridge, and we had like pawpaw, watermelon, orange, all those juices. So she was very active. So it's like now, like from a kid to now a full blown adult and seeing the necessity, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, let me try some few things. So on this side of the, like, I knew the traditional aspects of like plants and medicines and what the traditional preparations and how to do things, right? But now it's like, you know what, I'm on this side of the world, like I want to understand to a certain degree. So here I go, I dive deep into the books and I'm doing the studies and I'm like, whoa, hold on, not only traditionally are these proven to heal, cure, diagnose, whatever, clear these type of issues out of your system, but it has also been scientifically proven that this is like they match. Like it does this. It has these antioxidants in this. It kills viruses. It kills bacteria. It kills. I was like, oh my God, why is nobody like tapping into this? And again, that was a younger me, like the mindset where it was just like everybody should be doing this. Why is big pharma, blah blah blah? But as you get older and you see how the system is set up, you're like, oh, that's why. And how you going? You can't patent things. You can't make real money off of it. When you really study agriculture, like fruits, plants, whatever, they're not consistent in their bearings. Anyways, for pharmacies to exist, there has to be a certain standardized way to reap their benefits on the year to day. Anyways, again, I will go deep. I'm trying to keep this short. But shout out to my grandma, and a little bit to my granddaddy, because when he was alive, and the little bit that I can remember of him, like his favorite herb was like dandelion. That man used to make us dandelion sandwiches. Like, to some people it sounds torturous, but it was like an egg sandwich, but it was like he used the dandelions as leaves. We weren't exposed to like what do you call it? We weren't exposed to lettuce and all of that stuff at that time. It was like dandelion was our lettuce, but it was a different type of dandelion. And I just want to clear that up. Actually, that was a salt. That was a in Ghana, we have a type of dandelion, right? That is not the same here. And I'll save that for my other channel. So I'll be going to the identifications of plants and all of that stuff. But in Ghana, we call that dandelion then. And it's not as bitter. So it's not as, traumatic as y'all are like, oh, dandelion sandwiches. Anyways. Yeah, so shout outs to my grandma and my gramps. And then as I grew older, Dr. Sebi, even though I used to reach out to the Usha village and they used to dog me like, please, we don't have time for you. We won't talk about that. I started my own brand, all right? Max Organics, baby. 10 plus years strong, baby. Got the sea moss. We got the dandelions. We got the neems. We got the bitter melon. You name it. You want it, I got it. Dripping like water. Okay, next. Is this your channel? you couldn't go and do this as your channel. Eh? Ask me serious questions about myself. You're asking questions about you. Cause why would? Where's the tissue? Over here, you're choking me out on camera. Let me comport myself. I didn't expect that. Why do I love Dela? That's a difficult one. So Dela is somebody who's very special to me, as you all know, because you come on my page, she's everywhere, left, right, center. Now, I love Dela because she's a thorn in my side. Like I can't get rid of her even when I try. Like she's just like every day. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? And me too, I'm here like, yes, yes. Anyways, no, Della is a very good person. She's a good-hearted person. She's a sweet person, and we just clicked. Like we just clicked. We just had so much in common. Like I feel like apart from the love that we have for each other, like our sense of humor is just what keeps us so locked in. It's actually quite hilarious. If you were ever a fly on the wall in a space with us, you would probably keel over dying out of laughter because we're just so goofy together. But other than that, we have a lot of alignments, like as far as goals, like we business minded, like we we complement each other well. She accepts me and all my shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? So what's there not to love? Kind of easygoing minded I am. Like, when you meet somebody who's so down to earth, so sweet, so loving, and they accept you for who you are, they're not stepping in here trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I like all of this thing about you, but this one has to change. My friend, she knows the deal. She knows she's not bigger than the program. So she came here and acted accordingly. So what is there not to love? How can I not love a woman who loves me like that? Tell me. So yes, that's what I like. Why are you smiling like that? Don't be putting that better be the first and last question about you. This is my show. Go ahead and do that on your channel. Would I consider myself?
An extrovert.
Oh, I'll consider myself an ambivert because, and I think most of us are, like, when I'm comfortable, I'm a product of my environment for the most part, right? Not so much a chameleon, but just more so a type of person where it's like sometimes I step into a room and I know when to be a fly on the wall, or I know when to be the center of attention, or I know when to be the person who just shifts the atmosphere in the room, because sometimes you can step into a place and it's so dull, everything's so down, everybody. It's like, all right, let's make some jokes, and let me be the butt of the joke. Like, it's that's who I am. But then some days I'm in the mood myself, so it's like I want to be melancholic, so I want to go into a space and just sit there, listen to some jazz and be in my feelings and cope with whatever is going on. So I'm not like super extroverted where every day, all day, life of the party. Even though everybody swears I am the life of the party, I don't agree. I'm in whatever is happening within me at that time. So I would say I'm an ambivert. Hey, the regrets is plenty. Oh. Well, I won't say it's regrets. It's just I don't know, because sometimes I've been asked certain questions like, would you, if you were given a chance, would you do this again? Would you do this again? Like, I can never honestly answer that with a straight answer simply because I understand that who I am today is all a compilation and product of all of the left and rights and the wrongs and the highs and the lows of life. So it's like, would I change that sometimes? Apart from being goofy and silly or whatever, sometimes I do speak with wisdom. I do speak with wisdom and a certain level of knowledge and understanding. So I do thank God for that, and I felt like those things could only come through experience, through these like challenging times in my life. From sheesh, from the I don't even want to say ghetto streets because it's beyond ghetto. The hard knock lives of like Labadi, as we spoke before, from fetching water, dealing with doomsaw, from lighting lanterns. You people, do you know anything about lanterns, eh? Lantern, lantern, when you have to put kerosene, you have to go down the street and go and buy kerosene, put it in there, and then you have to put the rope in there and roll it properly and then light it, then lanterns, when it's doomsaw, you have to put lanterns, before even candles, to even, do you people remember, where you had to put the oh, it's like now it's so crazy now I'm thinking about it. Now we have all the insecticides. You could just buy Raid. Pew, pew. Before the Raid used to be in canister. You roll it and it used to go free, all through the room. You remember that? And then calls. You burn the call when it's done before anybody could go to sleep. From that, living in uncompleted houses to experiencing white picket fence equivalent in Ghana to come in here and then feeling like you're starting all the way from scratch and then getting exposed to all kinds of isms to fast forward going to the military thinking like, yeah, life is about to be different, and you going and you're dealing with the same isms out here and you're like, wait a minute, this is the military, this shouldn't be happening. And then getting married and thinking that, this is how life is supposed to be, doing everything by the book, and you be like, hold on, wait a minute, how did I get here? And you're in too deep, and you're like, to even like discovery of mental health and mental, I remember one time I called my mom. I said, Ma, I don't know what I'm feeling, but I think I'm depressed. Ha! Don't you say that and come in this house and bring that on our family. You don't know who you are in this family, and you're saying you're the mini plan. Oh, no, don't say those things on your life. So me too. I said, okay, sorry, I won't say it though. I won't say it again. Went to my therapist. I said, my mom said, I'm not depressed. So don't tell me I'm depressed. What do you mean I'm depressed? Hey, don't speak that on my life. Then she's like, okay, Mr. African man, sorry, you're not depressed, but the signs you're showing, it's showing functional depression, but we're not here to talk about that. But anyways, all of that stuff, I just feel very much like we go through stuff so that I believe this is how life should work, right? All our experiences are meant for us to take from it what is applicable in the sense of like, all right, I went through all of this stuff, but I'm still alive. I made it to this juncture. How did I get out of it? Like, you don't know who you're going to come across in life and who's going to need that help or who's going to need that wisdom to impact them, because I believe that as the human race, we are designed to be interdependent. And the best way sometimes you learn through life is apart from I think your experience, your personal experiences is the utmost. Secondary to that is other people's experiences. Somebody else going through something and telling you, hey, like our parents, it says, don't do this or don't do this, don't do this. Yes, to a certain degree, it's a level of projection involved, but take from it what is applicable and disregard what is not. And that's the same thing that I'm really even here for, is just like, hey, this is what happened in my life. That doesn't necessarily mean this is what's going to happen in yours. But in case you find yourself in these situations, consider these other options. So that's what I like to present to the world. But yeah, I know it was long-winded. That's another thing that I am, long-winded. First and foremost, it's Gan Adangbe, because my dad is Gan, my mom is Adan, and under that big umbrella, all of the Greater Accra region belongs to us, the Gan Adangbe. What makes me that? Really, just our heritage. Our heritage. There was something that back in the day, even I can't remember verbatim what it is. So it's like I'm trying not to quote it, but just to summarize, we were considered very hard-headed, stubborn, ferocious warriors back in the day. And I'm not gonna lie, when you open a dictionary and look all those words up, you see me looking at you like that. So yes, that's what makes me so proud to be a Ghan. Like, we are not easygoing per se. And I'm not saying this like I know every single Ghan under this planet, or I'm not saying that. But me personally, I just have a lot of pride in just my traditional roots. I Again, I left there when I was very young, and so with that, with me leaving so early, it kind of like stole some identity, some ability to kind of like really learn into a deeper level, like my identity. So every year when I go back, I'm always learning. I'm always going to Asafotu. You see me at Asafotu Festival. You see me at Homawa, and just constantly trying to reconnect with my family. I got royalty on both sides of the family. My mom is the queen mother in Adan. I got an uncle who is also a king in Ghana. I got my aunt is the manya of our house, our Ghana household. Like, it's so many. So it's like every day they're like, you have to learn this, you have to learn this, you have to learn this. So, madam, even if I didn't want to, my family will not let me live. They will make sure that I am proud and I'm reminded about who and where I come from. So yeah, maybe that's why. My favorite food. My favorite food is face the wall. Kokonte, black china. Hey, give me that and some. Oh my goodness, give me. Huh? Explain. Okay, so a lot of people don't know what kokonte is. Okay, kokonte is that fermented. So you see, they will cut cassava, They'll let it dry in the sun. The thing is, sometimes they even get moldy grass. And when it's done, they roast it so it gets some black. It will get some. Well, it's not really black, but it's like really brown, right? And then they cook it like bangkun, right? So much of that. Like now, as a kid, I always, fufu. It was always like between omotuo, fufu, and that. But as a kid and learning like just the level of love that goes into it, but not really the scientific process of just fermenting, you know, sugars, starch, what do you call it? The starch is being broken down to like simple sugars and all of this, like this, that science aspect of it, like even makes it more intriguing to me. All right. But just the taste of it, it's just like different. It goes down. And I feel like that thing nourishes me a different way, and then you got, so it's like a different type of fufu, but kokonte is next level. Then you do it some proper groundnut soup or even palm nut soup. Oh my god, groundnut soup is A1. And second to that is palm nut soup. And put some macaroni in there. You put some grass kata in there. Oh, you finished. Damn, you finished me. Hey, that. Charlie. I don't know because when you are done eating it, you make somebody's daughter face the wall.
That is not why it's called
I don't know, but for me, that's why. That is why.
Well, I heard it's because it's like poor man's food. So when you're eating, nobody should see you eating it. So you face the wall. That's what I
Really?
heard. Yeah.
That's the first. You just put me on. I never knew it. What?
Yeah, that's
Damn. Well, shout outs to the bro folks. The worst food. How about this? The worst food I never tried. Y'all ready for another story time? Bro. So I went to Ghana. This had to be, and this was when I was older. So I think this was 2016-ish. Yeah, 2016. We were at my uncle's place, and my uncle has a big compound. That's where I think it had to be like maybe like I don't know. He's on the 2 acre lot or whatever. But he has several, house helps, whatever. But you know how it is in Ghana. We call all of them auntie. So let's just say I was there, and I was like, I was starting my brand, of teas and everything. So I was coming here, and I was like, oh, before I come back to the States, there's things I want to learn. I want to learn how to make sobolo. I want to learn how to make sammy. I want to learn this. So it was like, yeah, we'll teach you. We'll teach you. So here I am learning. I'm here learning how to make sobolo. So we've done everything. We mashed up the ginger. Oh, I'm hands-on doing this thing. Oh, like we there, and at my at my uncle's house again. It's like, you got the main house and you got the other spot where everybody is. So I'm like with gen pop. Let's just say I'm with general population, right? We are learning what we are learning, and I'm like, hey Charlie, there's plenty cats, so there's plenty cats around. So I'm sitting here, and then I'm not coming from where I'm from. It's like, okay, I don't have what do you call it? Like, I like animals. I'm not so much a big person for pets. When it comes to pets, it's simple. Like, what are you here in my life for, and what's your use? Like, if you're a dog, guard the house. If a thief jumps over the fence, bites them, chew them. If you're a cat, catch the mouse, catch whatever is there. That's what I believe in. So you're not going to see me with a cat coming in my house and chilling. So I don't believe in that lifestyle, right? So here I am, and there's this cat, and it's like, it's actually a cute looking cat. So it comes, and it's like, how they do their thing. They come and rub themselves around your leg. I was like, oh, look at this cat. I was like, oh, come on, like there's food here, So I'm like trying to shoo him away. I'm there, straining this samia, you're bottling everything. And then I'm there now, all I hear is, and it's like, I don't know if y'all seen these Halloween witch cats. Like the cat jumped from the ground, the tail was straight up, like I'm talking straight up, right? And the back was hunched, and this thing had to jump like 6 feet off the ground. And it was just a cat that was like, all over my legs and stuff, right? And I was like, what the hell just happened? So I'm like looking on. And then there's this other guy, whether he was like the Biggz boy or whatever, I don't know what he was. He had a whole shovel. He had a whole shovel in his hand, right? Whack pow! Just like midair. Like this thing jumped up and he caught this thing midair. Wow, pow! And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And so like, again, this is my uncle's abode, and I don't know what's going on here. So it's like I want to be a human, a cat rights activist and be like, what are you doing to this cat? Like, bro, what the hell? What did a cat do to you that warrants such, you know what I'm saying? So before I could even get up, here goes my aunt. Oh, you two, what's wrong with you? I said, thank God, somebody's speaking on it. What's wrong with you? In this, blah, 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 blah. You see that we have visitors here? What's wrong with you? You know that's not how it's supposed to be done. I was like, hold on, wait, what? He said, put it in the bag and do it. I said, hey, put what in the bag and do what? What are you doing to the cat? What are you doing? Put it, what, is it a witch? Is it, we in Ghana, you don't know anything is possible. So I'm like, what is happening here? Oh, put in the, that's how you do the people here. So much you be on done. He said, okay, I'm sorry, auntie. He's going to get in a sack for the cat to beat and buy the cat. I'm like, hey, right there, no. I said, well, I'm done bottling my last bottle. You people finish the rest. I'll be right back. I said, hey, ma, they're killing cats. They're killing cats in the back. She said, yeah, they're probably going to put it in the soup. I hope you're not going to touch the soup. I said, me touch what soup? I'm not even hungry anymore. I've lost my appetite. I've lost my appetite. They were eating cats. Cats. Charlie, after I said, yeah, all this time, the way I used to make fun of, my Asian counterparts. And I'm here in Ghana, 4K. I'm seeing it myself. They're eating cats. Come to find out later, when I started to I've had this discussion with some people. They say, oh yes, some people in the north, they eat dogs too. I said, oh, wow. Wow. So ever since then, it's the most disgusting food I never ate. But, hey, me. No, fufu, light soup, and cats. Cat paws. Nah, miss me with it, no? No. That was traumatic. Traumatic. So yes, that's the food I never ate. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. One thing a lot of people have actually said to me and admire about me is my tenacity to just doing it. But they don't know how hard it is to continue to do it. I've fallen so many more times than I can even count. And sometimes I still live in a state of regret. We were talking about regret, where it's like, oh, like even something as simple as, oh my God, Bitcoin. Even something as simple as, I was hip to Bitcoin when Bitcoin was like, bruh, dollars. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't even step into, like, even before I did finally step into something as simple as Bitcoin, it was like 12, 15, 1600, I'm, it's good, but it was like, there's this level of self-doubt that if I could go back and tell my younger self what I know now, it would be, make the mistakes. Whatever you're afraid of is valid in the sense that, like, yeah, you stand a chance to fail at it. But every failure is a lesson that prepares you to better execute in the future, right? Because again, like I was saying, would I change anything? It's like possibly not, but that's because it's allowed me to see different avenues. It's like in this life, you're your own trailblazer. You know what I'm saying? And that's a trailblazer. What a lot of people don't really understand this word. It's like, think of this in the agricultural sense of, like, you got a big piece of land and it's a whole bunch of woods and forests and stuff like that. You don't know who's gone in there, but all you know is you haven't gone in that woods. You have not explored these forests, but this is your piece of land and you have to make something of it, right? So in order for you to get from point A to point B, even if it's you want to build a house on this land, if you want to build a farm, you got to clear this land. You got to explore this land. You got to see, oh, what kind of trenches are in this land? Do I even have a lake on this piece of land? You know what I'm saying? But the only way is forward. And so while you're trailblazing, you are walking down uncharted territory. You have to clear, so you have to go forward and experience these hardships. Like, don't be so crippled by the fear of, like, oh, moving forward, and if I step forward, there might be a landmine here. There might be, but because this is just a metaphor, it's not a physical landmine that is going to actually obliterate your life, right? It might blow up your life a little bit. It might shake things up a little bit, but that in itself is what is going. It's like pressure bust pipes, right? Or makes diamonds. So, your choice. What do you want to be? Just go for it. So that's what I'll tell the younger me. Learn the hard way, baby. fall forward. And that's the end. Why do you love Biggz? Why do you love Biggz Almighty, eh? Why do you love Biggz Almighty? Come and tell us. Come and tell us why you love Biggz Almighty. And since you want to put me on the spot, eh?
What? I love this man because in the same way you said that I accept you for who you are, you accept me for who I am as well. Yeah, you let me be, and you know, you don't judge me on like my past mistakes. And I mean, we're funny.
Yeah.
I've never come across someone who has like the same sense of humor. Like for us, it's never too early to make a joke about something. Like people probably look at us and think we're crazy, but it's never too early. Like we don't get offended.
We'll make an inappropriate joke and be like, too soon?
Yeah.
Too soon?
Well, nah, just right. It's just right. You know?
Right on time.
Yeah, and so I love that. I feel like I get to live my younger self with you.
Yeah.
You know,
you're living vicariously, but in
Yeah.
4K, in present time.
Like all those crazy things I want to do, all those dreams, like you make them possible for me, you know. And I love that you've just opened up this space to me, and that's why I love you.
So do you love, since you're springing things on people, so you love me being polygamous too?
Oh, we went there.
Hey, you put me on your Well?
Yes, okay. Yes, this man is polygamous. I feel like this has to be a video by itself.
Oh, it will be.
People are going to be shocked. It's something that I've kind of taken one day at a time. And I think my biggest takeaway from it is that just because you can potentially love someone else doesn't mean that you love me any less.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Well, there goes your answer.
Put me on the spot with that one.
You put me on the spot. You think me, I won't put you on the spot.
But yeah, I know
I have arsenals. So I come with a full clip.
Yes. So I know that's probably a shock to some of you hearing it for the first time, but
one day we'll go deeper.
Yeah, we will. We will talk about it some more for sure. But yeah, I love this man.
And this man loves you.
My interviewer, y'all.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Well, you can tell them to subscribe to you now.
Oh yeah. What was the thing that you're doing channel? All right. So yeah. You know. Yes,
But
of
you
course.
no, see, at the end of mine, when I say Nutifafa, right, that's Ewe. It means peace. How do you say that in Ga?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I won't even sit here and lie to you. I was going to make something about like, hey.
You might have some guys watching, eh?
I'm no. Yes, that part too. I don't know. I'll cook something up. I'll go and call my mom because you know, either my mom, my aunties, or my uncles. I'm gonna be like, all right, how do I say? I don't know. All I can think about is like Maune Jomo, but that's like God bless you guys. So I don't know. We're working something.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, go like,
Yep.
go subscribe, go comment, go share this video.
There you go.
Let's talk in the chats. What y'all want to know? What y'all got to know? What more do y'all want to see? I'm here for it, all right?
Yes.
Peace.
Nutifafa.
Yeah, what she said.